So this is me holding the GoPro 9 Hero Black in my hands. I'm using my mounted preset, and as you can see, it is holding the horizon really well. And I'm walking on this pretty uneven ground, and yeah, I mean, that's pretty insane. What's up guys, how you doing? If you haven't been to my channel before, my name's Flipscriber. If you want to subscribe, it's down there, you're gonna love it. Today we're talking about the GoPro Hero 9 and an absolutely awesome function. So the time-lapse time warp option. Now this guy right here has got TimeWarp 3.0, which basically means it's a time-lapse with Hypersmooth, and now GoPro has Hypersmooth 3, so you have Hypersmooth 3 in the time lapse. It is a hyperlapse. It is the time warp, which basically means it's a moving time lapse. So you can walk around with it, and it will capture everything you're doing in a faster motion. Now, the game changer on this is the horizon leveling. That is just insane. I rarely use wide, but I did do one video just to show you what it looks like, and the cool thing is wide, you could turn off horizon leveling and you can flip the camera around and do some crazy stuff and make it look really cool. Now, turning off horizon leveling basically means that it's not getting that horizon and it's not sticking to it. I think it goes to about 30–40% until it kind of just flips. Now, keeping it on wide is really cool. Like I said, you can get some cool B-roll, you can, do some cool movements, you can flip it around, you can go upside down, and it won't like be all crazy trying to get the horizon leveling going on. Now, with horizon leveling on and the time warp on, this thing is a monster. I really mean it. This basically turns this into a really professional hyperlapse camera, and it looks fantastic. The fact that you're walking along, I didn't use any kind of handle, I was just holding it for all the shots. So I was basically walking along, holding it on some really uneven ground, and this guy was just holding the horizon perfectly, and I mean perfectly. Now you can keep it on auto. That basically will adjust to your speed. So if you're slowing down, you're speeding up, it will adjust to it. If you have it on, for example, 2 times, then if you walk a distance of, say, one end of the street to the other, it will go quite slowly. Now with the stabilization, it's just incredibly smooth. It's so smooth. Now if you do it on 30 times, for example, which is its max, if you walk the same distance, instead of having, for example, 30 seconds of footage, you'll have 2 seconds of footage. Say it's just you're gonna have to do, say, not just from that one beginning of the road to the end of the road, you're gonna have to do the beginning of the road to like the other end of town to get the same amount of time of your footage, because it kind of speeds everything up a lot. These are amazing functions. You can get some really beautiful, I mean, it's gonna really up your production level, definitely, because it looks so professional. Now, one of the coolest things in TimeWarp 3 is that you can go to a certain area, and say you see something you like in a street, in a field, you can press start normal time, and that means your time warp will stop, and you can say, oh wait, look at this coffee house, this is the best coffee in the world. Press it again, and it'll go back to time warp, so you can keep on going down the street. That is absolutely fantastic. You don't have to fiddle around in any editing software or anything. You've got it all done in the camera. Now, apart from time warp, you obviously have time lapses. I'm going to get into those into a different film, because they are basically about stationary shots, whereas time warp is about moving. So moving through a city, moving through a building, anything moving. It's a great, fantastic setting, and I will put my settings right up here for all the different kind of uses you could possibly do. So for example, the 4K wide, the 4K linear horizon leveling. I'll show you a few clips now just so you can check out what this actually looks like. And yeah, let's watch those. In this option, you can actually hit, what is it? Start real speed. So it will then start real speed. So you can stop it and talk. And then if you press it again, we can go back to the time lapse. This is the auto, by the way, on the time warp, sorry. So back on. On the 15 times function, you can also press start real time, and you can carry on talking, and then you can keep on going. So this is just such a fantastic function if you're doing your time warps. Let me press it back. I love the fact that you can basically do real speed, and you can say something about something that you've just seen. So for example, right here, this is no doubt the best coffee in town if you're ever here. And then I can turn around and I can keep on filming. Whoa. So you see, that is some next level stuff. Really loving the time warp on this guy. It just gives you that extra little bit of creativity. And obviously, I mean, when you're doing stuff like the buildings, I was just doing this kind of just playing around with it, but when you're doing buildings, you have to really feel it. So you kind of have to move up when you're getting that building. You can't kind of just go up, otherwise it would just be really quick. So you have to kind of feel it out. You have to start moving, start framing that building when you're trying to get close to it, and then you kind of smoothly come down. You've got to, you just got to feel it out, test it out a few times, see how it works for you, how you can get those smooth kind of movements around the buildings, the kind of flowy scenes. If you have any questions at all, just drop them in the comments below. I have been playing around this guy since I got it, and I'm really in love with him. If you like my film, get a like, and if you haven't subscribed, I really suggest doing that, because there's going to be a ton more of this stuff coming. If you guys want me to show you the accessories that I've bought for this guy, I'll be getting a few more from GoPro tomorrow. Then I'll make a film about all of those just in one film so you can see it, because I'm not going to dive. Come on, let's be honest with this. I don't have anywhere to dive. Yeah, anyway, have a great day. Catch you tomorrow.